Welcome, race fans, to the 8th race of the Dixon Smoke Barbecue Truck Series here at the Lime Rock Park. As close as you can get to a short track road course, we're here tonight to watch these truck series go for another race and another exciting finish, hopefully, in the potential future for all of us here. I'm Gerald Campbell, your analysis. Joining me today is Dr. Erica Campbell, my beautiful and lovely commentator, and David Huckleberry, who gives us these wonderful viewings from this Connecticut racetrack. Erica, we got also another little important fact that we're going to have tonight. It's going to be the start of our little challenge that we're going to have for our viewers tonight. It's the Dine and Dash challenge. We'll go into explanation a little later on. But you already have a question in mind. We don't want to tell them, but you got a good one already set up for the folks watching tonight?
Good evening. Yes, we do have something in mind to get everybody a little bit more engaged in today's race.
Excellent. It is a road course, but it's a road course with stages, so the field shouldn't get too sprung out. We'll go ahead and show you the stages, what we're going to be looking like tonight. It looks like the stages are going to be, I have down as lap 15 and lap 30. It's a 66 lap race, so it's a 15 lap stages for both the first and second stage, and then we'll have a good 36 lap race to the end after the end of stage 2. There will be yellows at the end of those stages to bunch these boys back up, because again, this is a short track road course. There's going to be a lot of beating and banging. They're going to be really close, so it's going to be an exciting race. It's not one of those racetracks like Sonoma or one of those others that I would believe get sprung out. I think tonight these boys are going to be pretty bunched up. There's only 7 turns at this racetrack. They get around here in less than a minute, so it's not your normal short track. A lot of these boys feel a little bit more comfortable with these at these types of short tracks than maybe one of those that had a few more turns, maybe a little bit more technical. But so far, it's showing that the times are very close together. We're going to take a look at our point standings as they run right now. Running away with it a little bit here has been Timmy Holmes, our rookie driver. He's got himself over a 30-point lead over Levi Zielinski. He's been doing a heck of a job, our short track specialist, as we've said, but so far he's won at a multitude of races. We've got Levi, as we stated, in second. Ethan Stanley, one of those rookie drivers, finds himself in third. Also another rookie driver is Justin Munsell. He moves himself up into fourth place. Harrison Talon finds himself in fifth. Dustin Durr, having a pretty good season, finds himself in sixth place in points. Robert Hill Jr., another one of those rookie drivers, finds himself in seventh. So 4 rookie drivers in the top 7 positions so far this season. Tom Bourne finds himself 8th. Scott Crump, after that comeback win he had last week, he finds himself now in the chase in 9th position. Tyler Dixon in 10th. Zach Evans, he finds himself in 11th. And Alec Ballvance rounds out our chase to be drivers in 12th place. Joshua Freed right out. Trey Holmes right out as well. But not far behind, as both those drivers are only less than about 8 points from the transfer position. Top 12 make it into the chase only 4 more races from now. So it's getting closer. So far, Erica, the racing, you've been a part of it for every single one of these so far with us. It's going to get tighter. Do you feel like it's going to amp up? Some of those drivers are seeing that their chance of getting in is getting smaller and smaller. Do you feel like the pressure's on for these drivers now?
I think that, as the stakes are kind of getting higher, there's going to be a little bit more aggressive driving, I would say. Whereas those drivers that have already kind of made it in either on points or at least are looking that they will or may have had a win, may be driving a little bit more cautiously.
We'll see. Again, this is a road course, a short track road course, but we've got this, and then next, I believe the next race will be April 10th. That will be at Charlotte Motor Speedway, a 1.5-mile track. Another 1.5-mile track right after that one, Kansas. So maybe drivers feel more comfortable with those 2 tracks than they do here now. But the final race to get in before the chase cutoff It's going to be at Lucas Oil, a short track that's going to lead to a lot of beating and banging. And you better believe it, if any of those drivers are in even a shouting distance, if it takes a bumper to be able to get in, you know that they're going to definitely be the ones to push it. So, yeah, we've got a couple races that maybe start to settle it out a little bit right before we get to a short track to where who knows what happens when that all finishes out. Qualifying is going on right now, as you can see on your screen. Levi out there setting up a qualifying time. He needs to try to get himself into a decent position. You can see it right now. He finds himself second in points. So he's trying to be able to start to gain back on Ethan. Looks like qualifying is going to wrap up here. I'm going to give it back over to Erica, and she's going to go about going over our qualifying order for tonight's race.
So starting off on pole, we have Alex Vandesant, Ethan Stanley second, Tyler Fody third, Chad Frankenfield fourth, Caleb Clifton fifth. In sixth, we have Sean Ryan. Rolling off in seventh, Justin Munsell. Timmy Holmes in eighth, Ray Bracey in ninth. 10th is Vincent Isabella. 11th, Scott Crump. Michael Hasek in 12th. Cole Mikra in 13th. Tyler Dixon, 14th, Levi Zielinski, 15th, Dustin Dewar, 16th, Daniel Martinez, 17th, Cody Harrington, 18th. 19th is Zach Evans, Trey Holmes in 20th, Michael Klein, 21st, Alec Balvans, 22nd, Dylan Jones, 23rd, Harrison Talon, 24th. 25th, we have Brent Jones, followed by Sam Bootwell in 26th, Josh Freed in 27th, James Saul, 28th, Michael Goodman, 29th, Robert Hill Jr., 30th, Ethan Beerl in 31st, Tom Bourne, 32nd, 33rd, Casey Hatch, Chad Thornquist in 34th, and Fred Anderson in 35th.
35 trucks have entered today's race. It's going to be a good showing here as they're about to roll off here. We'll get one more lap before they go green. And quickly, we'll go over our Dine and Dash challenge once again. It's a chance to win a $10 Grubhub e-card. If you don't have a Grubhub anywhere near you, we will find other ways to be able to get you something related in a $10 challenge or $10 amount value to you. But essentially, this is how it works. You have to subscribe to our YouTube channel here over at Elite. The one you're on right now, you just click down and hit subscribe. Other than that, you have to watch until stage 1. At the end of stage 1, Erica here will be able to give you a question, and you have to be able to ask. It will be a question as to how something will be at the end of this race. And then you just put down your answer into the chat here into the YouTube channel. Once you put into your answer, that is your only answer. You can't go back and change it. You can't go in there, put multiple choices into there. It has to be one choice. The first person to put that choice, if there is multiple people to choose the correct answer at the end of the race, the person to put it down first will be tonight's winner. And they will win a $10 Grubhub or something equal value. So it doesn't matter if you got to get onto your mom's, your girlfriend's, or your wife's account to get onto YouTube. She can tune in and also be able to register. It could be from multiple households. It could be from drivers in the race. It can be anybody. We just want to see people watching and subscribing and interacting with us. So we hope to have plenty of people joining us tonight for this, as we hope to be able to bring this multiple times into the races as we try to interact more with our drivers. Well, so far the trucks are coming around. It doesn't take long when there's only 7 turns at this short track. They will be going green here as Alex Vandersant will be leading us off. So we'll wait for the pace car to come off here. I believe we're going to be coming around turn 6 to coming to turn 7. And the pace car will be coming off now. Well, the racing is good, and the good gets racing. We're going to go short track road course racing, boys, and where green flag is out, Alex Vandersant takes off, and it looks like Ethan Stanley had a little bit of a bobble there on the start there. Drops back down to third, now fighting with Chad Frankenfield for the third place. Fody able to get out ahead of Ethan and Chad Frankenfield, is now going to try to keep in touch with Alec Vandersant. Alec Vandersant, one of those drivers that is a road course specialist, as you would think. He's won many times in the Elite IndyCar Series and many of those road courses. So to say he's good at road course racing is an understatement. But one of those drivers that's good just about anywhere is Tyler Fode. He's starting to catch back up to him, or at least trying to stay in touch here as they go along. But right now they're coming around turn 6 and coming to turn 17 here. Very long, sweeping turn. Turn 17 is very fast. Have to stay in the gas for most of it as you try to keep off the grass, as it looks like most of our drivers are able to do. And that is a lap. That is a very fast lap for a road course. We've already completed one lap. It's not one of those racetracks that you lose touch as to where the drivers are, as it doesn't take very long for them to come back around to the front straightaway. But it looks like Chad's getting a little bit of a battle from that 92, our second starter, our outside pole sitter. Looks like Ethan Stanley's starting to put the pressure onto the back bumper of Chad. As here, this is about the hardest turn right here, coming into turn number 5. That hill, and it lifts up those tires right up off the ground as it looks like they're going 2 wheels. That's how much these trucks are carrying speed and how stiff the suspension's on them. It gets loose in the steering wheel, so it's one of those catch your breath moments. As you see them, there's no time to catch your breath when it comes to a short track road course like this one is. So right now it looks like Fode's starting to slowly reel in Alex Vandersant, as now he finds himself only about a couple truck lengths behind him. Slowly but surely, he's getting closer and closer to him. Difficult track to make passes on, just for the mere fact it's high speed just about every turn. So you have to make some kind of late exit to be able to get some kind of ground built up on them. But you see right here as they come up on that hill once again and fly over it. That's always catches. That always opens my eyes as when they come around there. That's if there was any spot to sit at, that's probably where I would want to sit at. Just seeing those trucks start to fly over, almost like those Robbie Gordon truck series. But looks like we got a little bit of an incident back there. I'll give it over to David here as he spotted something on the Whiskey Cast replay.
Yeah, it looks like we got a little stack up there, and then the 96 car goes off into the grass. Looks like he's not going to get any damage. He's going to get back on the track. That's who's 96? It's showing as Josh Freed, but it's 25 in our counter, but he looks like he's running a 96 livery, so I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, Josh Freed, one of those drivers that we stated earlier on, right on the cut line of the chase. So he needs to make sure he stays on the track as much as possible, just for the mere fact that he was only a few points back from them, but he needs to be right there. As you see Alex Vandersant get sideways out of turn 5 there, trying to stay on the track and trying to get the gas power down, trying to stay in front of Fode. Fode is right there with him. As they come back around to complete already lap number 5, as you find Fode on the inside of Alex Vandersant going into turn 1. Is he going to be able to get in front of him? He does. He is able to get in front of him now going into turn 2. So Fode finds himself out in front on lap number 5. What, you got something, Erica?
No, just kind of commenting the same way you are, and looking like the top 2 drivers are definitely putting a little distance ahead of the rest of the field.
Yeah, it looks like Chad back there is holding up the both the third and the fourth and fifth place driver of Ethan Stanley and Shane Ryan. So both these drivers, as you stated, are starting to get a little bit of a distance, as we got another incident back there with it looks like that's Ethan Burrell. You got something, David?
Yeah, it looks like he just got in deep and then kind of lost the back end of it. There's going to be a lot of off track, so I'll kind of just jump in and throw them up there for you when we see them. We don't know how bad they're going to be, just tags that they went tracks.
Absolutely. Again, these drivers have a stage, so it's not over if they spin out. A lot of series and a lot of road course racing, whenever you spin out, iRacing does not have cautions normally for any kind of tallies or spins or wrecks or anything like that. So here at Elite, for these truck series races, for these road courses, we will have cautions to, as they say, rack them up and go again, as we will have a caution at lap number 15 for the stage win. We've got Michael Hozak there. Finds himself with Scott Crump back in 12th and 13th place, having a good battle. As you see him start to spread out just a little bit, but you find little points in the road where there's a little bit of a bottleneck from drivers trying to find a way around another driver. As you see Scott Crump going airborne there, as they all do, coming around turn number 5. As you got Levi right behind him trying to catch. Alec Ballvance back in the 19th position. Good looking truck tonight. He gets a little loose coming out of turn 6. Number 66, Cody Ware back there as well. Again, it's going to start to space up.
Cody Ware was earlier today in the other game, the other race.
Yeah, that's true. Cody Harrington.
Oh, we got a crash. Casey Hatch, then the 14 car. I think he's going to have a runoff here, lose the back end, kind of take the runoff. You going to stay out of the tires?
Yeah, that's right there in turn number 5. It narrows up so hard. Trust me, he did a better job doing that rather than trying to risk it. Because if you get those tire barriers, it doesn't make much of a difference between a tire barrier and a wall. It pretty much destroys it at that point. But it looks like we had a battle back at the front as Alec Vandersant was able to get back around Tyler Fody there and finds himself back out in front of the lead. Tyler Fody's not leaving it. He's staying right there. Sorry we missed that, but all the action going on at the racetrack, we had to tune into some of those drivers back there having a little bit of an issue. But Alex Vandersant, so loose. He is definitely not giving up this lead easily as he finds himself now back out front. Looks like Chad Frankenfield, if we go back there in third place, is having looks like that's
why
what
Tyler
happened.
got fast.
Fody, I believe that's in turn 1 and 2. Loose, and Alex Vandersant locks it up trying to get around him and misses him and gets back out in front. Wow. You can see there's not much room at this track here. It's very, very tightened up, and that's the 79. I believe that's the Tyler Dixon's vehicle.
Are we allowed to show him crashing, or are we supposed to hide these?
No, it's smoked meats, and he's smoking the tires, so he's
still clean.
He's just testing out the cooker. He's still going. Again, looks like we haven't seen any horrible crashes to take anyone out of the race, but we saw a driver right in front of Alex Vandersant.
Yeah, we just saw something.
That's a 96. It makes a little bit of contact with your leader and
Freed got into 1 and 2.
Yeah, it looks like he contacted with both of our leaders up there. Alex Vandersant fared a little bit better, able to keep going. Fody had to check up quite a bit, but both drivers are still going, as it looks like Freed has not been having a very fun time of it so far in this race as he pulled off into the grass. We'll see if he keeps going. Looks like Daniel Martinez in turn 1. Again, this is a very, very fast racetrack. A lot of people say Watkins Glen is fast, but this is a very fast, very quick road course as you try to keep the momentum up as best you can. But now we got Chad Frankenfield starting to catch up to Fody back there. That's a battle of 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Right there in line. Chad Frankenfield has been doing a very good job of keeping both the 92 and the 9 of Shane Ryan behind him for this stint of the race. As we're already on lap 10, 5 laps to go in the stage. You see a little bit of damage on the inside of Fody's truck from that incident as they catch up to another lap truck there. That looks like that's the lap truck of, I think that's Casey Hatch. Casey Hatch gets a little loose. And he's in the grass. Is he going to go down pit road? No, he's going to stay on the racetrack, but good catch. He could have gotten to that inside barrier. Chad Frankenfield takes the inside line back there for 3rd place just to do a little bit of secured blocking. 92 finds himself getting loose going around turn 1 and 2. He gets sideways, saves it, but he's going to lose over that 4th place position to Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan is now going to try to battle it with Chad Frankenfield. It looked like the 92 tried desperately to get to the outside of Chad Frankenfield to be able to complete a maneuver in 1 and 2 and found himself getting sideways in the mix of it. But right now, Shane Ryan finds himself now having to take the battle to Chad Frankenfield late in the stage. But now the 92 is going to have to keep an eye on, as it looks like that's Daniel Martinez starting to slowly reel him in to maybe see if he can capitalize. Maybe if the tires are a little bit too heated up on the 92 after that sliding maneuver he had. As you see the drivers starting to catch on to all these lap traffic. I think that's James Sauls in the number 12. They're starting to catch going into turn 1. A bad place to catch him for Chad Frankenfield as he's going to have the 9 right in the back of him. It looks like the 12 goes off and into the tire barriers there in turn 1.
He just kind of went straight, didn't he?
Yeah, he kind of backed it in, kind of locked him up and backed it right into there, it looks like. Yeah, you might have saw that the number 3 and 4 place position were right on his back. Yeah, all it takes is just getting the wheel off in the grass, and that grass right there is banked in the opposite direction, straight onto the grass. So when you go off right to the tires, but it does a great job keeping it off the wall. Usually, in my cases, when I go off there, I'm usually tire deep into that, as that's a tough place to go off on. But Chad Frankfield still able to stay out for 3rd place, as it looks like the Cody. I think that's Cody Harrington again back there. Maybe had an issue in the essence. Yeah. So it looks like they have called for the pit road to be closed as we get closer to the end of this stage. So far, Erica, as you see another driver off up there. I'm not sure who that was, but another driver. That's Sam Batweld in the 47, it looks like, who has gone off. He's just letting all the other drivers get back on in front of him before he merges back up there. It looks like Ethan Burrell may, no. Yep, Sam Batwell. That's where we saw him. Goes off right before going into turn 5 there. He's taking a shortcut.
Yeah, now he's on off-road.
I think he's going straight to the golf course at this point, because that's what it's looking like. Well, so far, it looks like a difficult challenge to just stay on the track out there, isn't it?
Definitely. A lot more contact than I was expecting at this point in the race, with 1 lap to go until the end of the first stage.
Well, we have another something that's happened. Alex Ballvance finds himself back in the 8th place position. I'm not sure if we can get an idea what happened to Alex Ballvance. Fody is now finds himself out in the lead with Chad Frankfield in 2nd, Shane Ryan in 3rd. Alex Ballvance finds himself all the way back in the 8th position, 8 seconds out of the lead. So something happened with your leader. It looks like he's still going. I don't see any issues with him. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened to our leader of the previous lap.
Yeah,
but here we come down to lap 14.
Looks like now he's in 17.
Oh, it looks like maybe Alex Ballvance may have pitted, is what I'm hearing. Let me go back and try to see if we can figure out what exactly happened to Alex, as he has got no damage. Yeah, he came down pit road. He pitted, so he's not playing for points. He's playing for wins right now. So, that's gonna be interesting to watch. As he's playing to the benefit that everyone else is gonna have to come down pit road. So right when they're about to close down the pit lane, he comes down pit road. So he's playing.
That's got to be pretty close though, because I thought I heard them say already closed the pits before he went in.
It's the leader crosses when the leader crosses the line is when they throw it. He was the leader,
so he knew he could dive in.
He knew he could make it in when he decided to pit. But caution is out at the end of this stage. Fody had no challenge staying up front as he found himself 4 seconds ahead of Chad Frankfield with no contention with Alec Ballvance. Tyler Fody easily takes over the victory of stage 1. So stage 1 is Tyler Fody. 2nd place for that stage, Chad Frankfield. Shane Ryan in 3rd. Ethan Stanley 4th. Timmy Holmes, our points leader, finds himself up all the way to the 5th place. Justin Munsell in 6th. Caleb Clifton in 7th. Cole Morkeret in 8th. Vincent Isabella in 9th. And to get the last and final stage point is Ray Bracey, doing a very good job tonight in 7th place. Or in the number 7 truck. He finds himself in 10th place. So, now we're going to give it over to Erica for our Dine and Dash Challenge question of the night. The one that most of you have been waiting for. Make sure you're up on the keyboard. Make sure you're signed in and you are subscribed to the Elite channel here on YouTube. Erica, take it away and tell us what our question of tonight's challenge is.
Many drivers will finish the race on the lead?
That is a very good one, as it looks like right now we have a total of 28 drivers on the lead lap as of right now. Now, that is not until the end of stage 2. That is for the end of the race, but you have until the end of stage 2 to put down your answer into the YouTube chat. Put down your answer. How many drivers will finish on the lead lap? Right now, it looks like the Lucky Dog will allow 29 drivers to be on the lead lap, but that will be the end of the race, lap 66. We're only 15 laps in. We already have a total of 6 drivers already either a lap down or out of the race, and there is still a lot of racing. And the leader found himself in the midst of having to lap down, put a lot of trucks a lap down there near the end of that. So that was only a 15 lap run right there. As the last stage will be 36. So that's a very good question. That's going to be a tough one. Make sure you put it down into the YouTube chat what your answer will be. And again, the first person to guess the correct one at the end will be the winner of the $10 Grubhub. Well, David, that's a good question. Don't you believe? That's going to be a hard one.
Yeah. I wouldn't know how to answer it.
I mean, it could be anywhere from one car on the lead lap to, probably 29. When you come to a short track road course like that, there's going to be plenty of guesses to be able to go around for sure. Let's see if, Erica, while they're going around one more time around the pace laps here, let's go ahead and give it over to you so you can give us some of our sponsors here that make everything possible for us tonight.
Powerhouse Recycling strives to offer the highest level of customer service in the industry for each load process time and time again. Attainable account representatives, prompt and on-time pickups, and customized recycling solutions keeps Powerhouse Recycling as a North Carolina market leader in customer service. Another of our sponsors is Blue Egg, the marketing department for small businesses. They're your marketing department. And C2 Freight, offering complete freight management services, ready to meet your needs today as well as your changing needs in the future.
Well, thank you, Erica. As you see them already lined up to go green once again, Alec Ball fans pitted right before the end of that stage. So he finds himself now back out front once again. Looks like Chad Frankenfield was able to get around Fody in the pit lane there. Finds himself now in second place. All the way back there is Vincent Isabella, Chad Clifton. All those drivers still running very good. A lot of clean trucks still out there as we're going to have another 15-lap run. The end of this stage will be on lap 30. Again, put your vote in. Just put a number down into the chat and you have a chance to win a $10 Grubhub card. So put your vote into the to the very bottom there of the chat and you have a chance to win. You have until the end of stage 2 to be able to put your vote in. As the pace car will be coming off here and Alec Ball fans will lead us to the start of this second stage. Green flag is out. Alec Ball Vance gets out to a very hefty lead there, as it looks like Fody might even clear. Chad Frankenfield hits the back of Fody. Fody's in the grass. Chad's getting collected up with Shane Ryan. Both Chad Frankenfield and Fody find themselves outside the racing line. Chad Frankenfield, very aggressive there on the restart, gets into the back of Fody going into turn 1. Fody just trying to hang on, and Chad Frankenfield and Fody find themselves now mired back deep into the field, as that didn't help either one of those drivers. Neither did it help Shane Ryan, but Shane Ryan was the least able to keep going, as now Alec Ball Vance has a new contender behind him. Ethan Stanley was stuck behind Chad Frankenfield for so long, now able to see the leader right in front of him and to be able to go after him. Both of these are rookie drivers, both of them going for the rookie championship as well. Axe Ball Vance not, but Ethan Stanley is, but Ethan Stanley looking to the inside of Alec Ball Vance, unable to get him going into turn 1, but finds himself right onto the back bumper of the 97. As they come around.
97 of Vandison is in the lead, followed by the 92 truck, and it looks like they are definitely separating from the rest of the field.
Yeah, that separation came from when Chad and Fody got together.
They created a hole.
Yeah, they created a gap for sure as they go around turn 5 once again. Let's see who's back there now in finds himself into good position. Let's go see who's in third and fourth back there. Looks like that's Timothy Holmes with a little bit of damage. Our points leader now finds himself into third, Justin Munsell in fourth. And now Vincent Isabella finds himself right behind. Oh, no, that's Shane Ryan? Yeah, Shane Ryan. He's actually past Vincent Isabella, now finds himself up into the fifth. Not sure what happened to Vincent Isabella. He might have had an issue.
He's all the way back to 11th now.
Yeah, Caleb Tifton in sixth. Cole Merkrut in seventh. Oh, we got a spin. Vincent Isabella and another driver in turn one. And a caution will be out, as that took out like 3 or 4 trucks right there. Caution will be out. Give it over to our Whiskey Cast replay here.
Yeah, here's Vincent dipping his tires off to the left. He's going to maybe come back on the track.
Well, that wasn't the incident that caused the wreck there. That's why Vincent Isabella, as we were stating, why we couldn't find him before. It was the next lap after that is what ended up being the wreck.
Try this here with Michael Hosak, maybe?
No, that wasn't the wreck either. Just stay on board of Vincent Isabella and just go to the very last lap that we were on.
There you go. Got you on the inside of Daniel Martinez and then got into the 7 of Bracy, I believe it was.
Yeah, watch what happens to Bracy. I think he comes right down the track in front of a couple other trucks there as well.
Yeah, that's what brought out the yellow. Here with Ray Bracy. He just gets sideways in front of him. He had nowhere to go, so he had to go into the side of Vincent Isabella.
Actually, he's able to keep going and save it. He's got some front-end damage, but I thought he was coming right back into the track with how that incident was unfolding there. That took out 3 drivers. Looked like Vincent Isabella just overshot his braking there, or either just was not able to shift it down fast enough and clobbered the back of the driver in front of him. Ray Bracy, unfortunately, with just nowhere to go, found himself right into the mix of that, unfortunately for him. He was having, as I stated, a really good night so far tonight. It was up front for most of that.
So the 33 of Daniel Martinez gets an EOL for retaliation under caution.
We can't miss that, can we, Eric? We got to go back and see that.
We got to find the retaliation under. Okay, there's Martinez coming back on track. And that would be retaliation. And that's another one. It's good once, it's good twice.
Well, we have to remember what's happened between these two before. Remember back in Michigan. I'm not afraid to say it. At this point, it's a rivalry between these two because if I remember correctly, at Michigan, the 33 got into Fody and right into Vincent, spun Vincent out into Fody and went on to win that race. And then they go on to Bristol, and then all of a sudden, Vincent Isabella gets into the back of the 33 and spins him around. Now we find another incident here where the 2 car gets into the 33, and now the 33 is paying him back under caution. I think right now it's a rivalry between these 2 drivers now.
When he was given the penalty in driver chat, he said, "I proudly take my penalty." So I don't think he had a problem with it or disagreed.
What do you think, Eric? Is that our best rivalry of the season so far?
I think so. And it looks like we're lining up with the 97 and the 92 again in the front row. Only 6 laps to go until the end of the second stage. So get your guesses in for the question. Again, that is how many drivers will finish on the lead lap?
Very good. Right now it's 30, but the second stage here has been picking up, hasn't it, Erica? We've seen a lot more vicious driving and a lot more of these dive bomb moves into these hard charging corners, haven't we?
Yes, and it is going by very quickly. Again, only 6 laps until the end of the second stage.
Well, you have 6 laps. 6 laps. Put your answer into the chat. Just put a number down. Give us an idea how many drivers will finish on the lead lap here. We love to have your answers. Again, it doesn't cost anything. All you got to do is just go about putting a number down into the chat, and you have a chance to win a $10 Grubhub card, or if something of equal value if you don't have a Grubhub in your area. So we love to see people in chat. We love to have people viewing in for tonight's truck race. So far, it has not disappointed. Usually, these road course races, you just put the mute button down and you go to sleep. But not this, not the truck series. No, we go hard every single lap, and so far we've seen beating and banging every lap. And so far, it is to all of our enjoyment to be able to watch these truck drivers out here, as it's not been safe for even the leader. The 97, Fody, all those drivers have been having issues on track. As the pace car is pulling off, we're going to give it back to Alex Valzant to go about getting the green flag and getting this underway for a 10-lap run, or only a 6-lap run to the end of this stage.
It looks like the 97 of Van de Sant gets a good couple truck leads ahead of the 92.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he's able to get a little bit, but 92 is coming back out of turn 2, able to get a little bit of run coming into these S's here, as right behind him is our points leader, Timmy Holmes. Justin Munsell finds himself right behind there as well. Shane Ryan now finds himself into the 4th place. So Alex Valvance is going to try to see if he can run away a little bit, but looks like we got some more contact. Oh, I don't see. Anytime you got the 33 and Vincent in front of each other, you got a little bit of an issue. But
looks like Casey Hatch just tried to get braking and kind of lost the back end in braking.
Yeah, nothing too bad right there for us. So the drivers are still going here. Again, keep an eye on who's going out, who's going in. You have until the end of this stage. So who knows? You might see a couple drivers being taken out that might, if you haven't voted now, might change your answer. So just keep an eye on as to see how aggressive some of these drivers are racing so far tonight. But looks like another incident with Daniel Mark.
Looks like Dewar's going to try to beat the end of the stage and go into pits.
Oh, that was a good pit entry there. If he didn't get caught with anything, that was about as quick as you could do it right there without hitting the wall. These walls are for that pit road entry, very tight. So it looks like 98 there of Munsell, one of our rookie contenders, finds himself, I believe that's in the 5th place, trying to catch up to Shane Ryan in 4th. Oh,
Looks like we have contention for the lead there between Van de Sant and the 92.
Yeah, Ethan Stanley looking to the inside of Valvance going into turn 1. He's going to be right there on the inside. Is he going to slide up? Is he going to be able to stay on the inside of him going around turn 2 here? It looks like the 97 is doing a great job getting the speed coming around the turn, but now the 92 is going to get clipped. He got clipped by Timmy Holmes and saves it.
Nice.
Yeah, very good save by the 92, and is still going to battle, has not given up trying to go after the lead. Even with that clip by the 90s or the 67 of your points leader, both those rookies going to battle right now as we get closer to the end of this stage. Timmy Holmes can't look too far back behind him before he sees the number 9 of Shane Ryan. He's right there. Again, this is short track road course racing. This is what you expect, the beating and banging, trying to get in there. The number 9's going to dive onto pit road. Is he going to locks it up? Looks like it's Fody as well. We got a few drivers going down. Well, that definitely clears up the traffic up front a little bit, but it's still hard racing, as this has been fantastic road course racing that everyone actually wants to see. This is what you expect from a truck series race at one of these racetracks here. Just going to town, hard racing, giving it all you got. So far, the 97 has been leading for the majority of this race, but unless if he comes down this time, he's going to be mirrored back into a little bit of traffic, as we've seen quite a few drivers go down pit road early to try to beat the stage in to find themselves at the front at the end of this stage. But no, it looks like the 97 is going to stay out. I believe that will be the final time any driver can be able to come down pit road, so it looks like he's going to end out the stage in front, but again, he's going to be mirrored back in traffic once we go green for the final stage here.
Don't think Van de Sant is going to have any problem securing the top spot unless there's a significant mistake made at this point.
Yeah, again, one little mistake at this track with how fast everything is can cost you quite a bit of time. So he finds, as you see him jump over turn 5, going into turn 6, he'll be coming around to take the final lap of the stage. But just a little bit of a mistake, Erica, will cost you so much time. And with this long straightaway right here, you can very easily find drivers trying to get into the inside of you. You saw what happened with the 92, but now he's got himself a decent amount of lead right before they get onto the back bumpers of some of these lap cars. So it actually would probably be a little bit easier if, for the 97 if we get to the end of the stage before he gets mixed up with all those other drivers that are in the back of the pack.
And this is the last chance to get in those guesses for how many drivers will finish on the lead lap.
Yeah, we got a couple drivers. Put your answers in. Again, it could be multiple people. It doesn't have to be. Put your answers in. What you want as far as how many drivers will be on the lead lap. Lead lap will be the answer. The end of the race. At the end of the race, how many drivers will be on the lead lap? As your questions will now be voided if you answer anything after this. As we are
I just
finished.
knew the answer.
If you knew the answer, that's too late. As stage 2 is over, Alex Van der Sant ends up winning stage 2. Ethan Stanley comes in second. Timmy Holmes, our points leader, in third. Justin Munsell in fourth. Bailey Clifton in fifth place. Cole Merkra in sixth. Ethan Burrow, we've seen him have a few issues, now finds himself into the seventh. Chad Frankenfield, with that mistake going into turn 1, the start of that second stage there, he finds himself up into the 8th place. Scott Crump, not known for being a great road course driver, going to get points where he can. He's going to finish in 9th. And Harrison Talon finishes our top 10 run here for the stage. He will score a single point in the end of this stage here. So now we'll find our drivers if they're going to go down pit road. That's a question I just now thought of. Do you come down pit road? Well, we don't know how valuable tires are. I would believe with how much they're wheeling, how much the back end's coming out on these trucks, that tires probably play a little bit of a factor there. Looks like Dustin Durr was able to stay in front of the leader there, as he was about maybe only 3 seconds in front of the leader. He was one of those drivers that pitted early. He's needing to catch up.
He's your last car on the lead lap.
Last car to lead lap right now. He was just able to, but the leaders are pitting now. He better catch up if he's going to take any advantage of pitting early, as leaders are down pit road right now getting serviced. We'll give a rundown once all the pit work is done and get an idea of exactly who played some strategy to get out front, or if it was all by talent. But we'll find out where we're lined up, how many drivers will Alex Van der Sant have to pass if he's to get back up front. Pit work completed on all the trucks as they exit pit lane here.
It's like towards perhaps the back of the field, they're going in orderly fashion, but there was definitely a race to get the lead spot, it looked like, as well.
Yeah, we don't know. Some of those drivers back there might be repairing damage. Maybe not so worried. Maybe trying to play the survival game, as we saw a lot of carnage. We say carnage. A lot of excitement and drivers going off. I wouldn't say carnage. We haven't had a big accident so far, which is impressive at these high-run racetracks where the track is so narrow. You would think you'd see a pileup, but so far we haven't had a real big pileup. We've just seen single car spins or a couple cars going off the racetrack together, but nothing that's been game-changing or game-killing for these drivers. We've still got 31 trucks on the lead lap. Sam Batwell now finds himself in the very back of that line there. But we're going to go ahead and give you, once they come around, this time, give you the rundown of what our top 10 is going to look like here.
I was just showing a few in the back of the pack since we got some people who like to see the back of the pack. So.
Yep. while you're doing that, I'm going to give it back to Erica and still do another shout out for all of our sponsors for tonight.
All right. So again, we have Powerhouse Recycling, which is believing in quality customer service before, during, and after the processing of a client's materials. Blue Egg Marketing. Small business owners, Blue Egg is your biggest fan. Constraints catalyze creativity. And EDI Services. C2 Freight offers electronic data interchange EDI services, which allow shippers to keep close electronic tabs on their shipments throughout the freight movement process. For more information about EDI services or to discuss your needs for other specialized services, please contact C2 Freight.
Well, out front, Shane Ryan is now going to be our leader. Tyler Fody in second. Dustin Durr is going to be third place. Those are the drivers that played the strategy game. Finds themselves. Alex Vandersand only finds himself in fourth place. Not too far back as we had. We would have thought. We would have thought more drivers would have played the game, but looks like some of those it looks like only 3 of them decided to do this strategy. So we'll find out who it works for as they come around to start the third and final stage. It will be until lap 66, so 33 laps before the end of this race here, as we wait on Shane Ryan to take the green flag. And here he goes. He takes off. Looks like Fody had a decent start as well, but looks like the 9 is going to be able to get out to a couple truck length lead going into turn 1. Now everyone plays tiptoe around turn 1 and 2, the wide sweeper, as it looks like everyone's doing so far. Very clean turn 1 and 2 as now they come into the S's here. Our top 3 drivers all find themselves spread out. Go ahead, Erica.
Yes, exactly. And it looks like the 97 and the 92 continue to battle for that 4th position, with the 92 getting the spot.
Yeah, both those drivers with the freshest tires, so they're battling to be the first one on fresh tires to try to see if they can work around them. As you see the 92 trying to get almost 3 wide. Yes, going into the final turn down the long front straightaway. Now you see the 67 trying to get to the inside of 97. 97 of Alex dives it in underneath the 32. 32, is he going to get in the grass? He is. He's going to slide. He's going to go sideways. He's going to go off the track. And there goes his strategy. Is he able to get back on? But he loses so much valuable track position. And again, unless there's some major catastrophe, there's no more cautions until the end of the race. So you've got to keep your track position as you can. But that helps out Alex Vandersand and some of those drivers trying to work their way up to the lead there, as it looks like Fody is now going to put the battle on to the number 9 of Shane Ryan.
I think you may have answered your own question, Gerald, about tires and how important they are. It looks like those with the fresher tires are able to get a little bit more speed.
Yeah, it looks like Fody. Well, both of those drivers are the ones with old tires now. Dustin Durr might have slowed them down, a couple of those drivers down, like the 92 and the 97, but they haven't caught up just yet. But yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on and see how much. It looks like for the short run, it didn't help out Dustin Durr on the tire strategies. He probably wished he had a little bit more grip going into turn 1 when he slid off, but right now it looks like a great battle going for the lead with Tyler Fody in the number 9. As we've seen a great battle for the lead all through the night so far. It's been refreshing to see at a road course for a lot of people. So what a great racetrack for these trucks to come to, as it matches the personality of this series so well. Looks like we have a Whiskey Cast replay. I'll give it over to David here.
Zach Evans trying to work his way around Vincent Isabella, goes off the track on the left. That's an easy off, easy back on.
Yeah, I'm surprised Zach Evans is a pretty decent road course racer. He's having a little struggle of it. He's back there. I believe he fell back to the 18th position. Now the 20th position. So, yeah, having a little bit of a difficult time tonight. But great battle, as you see. As Erica stated, looks like the tires are coming. The 92, who's been having difficulties getting around people, he's now starting to track on to those older tire folks, as he's only got about 2 in front of him as he gets a little loose coming at turn 5 with that hill.
Now, did Tyler Fody stay out as well? I don't remember.
Yes, Tyler Fody was, he pitted early and stayed out there. Oh, it's 92's in the grass! Oh, he gets back on. He put that thing in four-wheel drive and stayed in it. As he is able to keep going down that straightaway. That's a very easy way to spin it around and go into a barrier there as you get only two wheels off. As he is pushing hard to try to catch up to these. He has not led tonight, and he wants to desperately get up front for the end of this race. Now we got some votes coming in from some people. Oh, it looks like two people voted the same number. Again, you only need to. It's the first person to vote. You don't replicate what another person's vote is. So, looks like David Tooker voted 25, and there was already a 25. Next time we have next week, make sure you look through the chat and don't vote the same vote as someone. But looks like we got a couple votes. Some that are thinking that we're going to have a pretty clean race, and some of them thinking that we're just going to have a knockout at the end. As one person voted only 9 trucks finishing on the lead lap. We'll have to find out. There's going to have to be some crazy carnage or something going on, or some fast leader out front to only have 9 drivers on the end of this end of the lead lap at the end of this race. So, well, it's exciting to figure out exactly where people are going to run and kind of keeps an eye on the back of the field and keep up to date with them. As it looks like we had another incident here.
Michael Klein gets off into the tire barrier.
And that's what I thought was going to happen with the 92, as he was coming out of the turn number 7 there, going down the front straightaway, and just loops it around, and it's so easy to do to get that. As it looks like another issue with Brent Jones in the 89. Looks like he's gone off and back on, and only lost a position for it, so that's not too bad. Robert Hill
was watching him. Got a little squirrely after going past Brent Jones.
He's going to lose more than just a couple, though. He's going to lose probably about 3, looks like 4 of them. So he lost 4 positions there, but still going. Still going for Robert Hill Jr. there. Another one of our rookie drivers finds himself in pretty good points position right now, as the battle of the lead is starting to close up, as we got a 4-person battle starting to shape up here between Shane Ryan, Tyler Fody, and Ethan Stanley. And back there is, who's led the majority of this race, is Alex Vandersand. Right? Just kind of saving his tires and slowly making his way up there. Is one driver that's not saving anything is that 92 of Ethan Stanley, sideways coming out of every turn. So he's able to keep going, but yeah, I don't know how long his tires will last doing that.
We got a couple more offs. Alec Balvans.
Oh!
Who'd he miss?
That wasn't an off from an accident. That was a save. That was Alex Balvan saving his race, as it looks like that was Trey Holmes that sideways and came try to get back up into onto the racetrack. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh man, he needs to be thankful that Alec Balvans was quick on the wheel there, as Alec Balvans does an impressive maneuver to get off. So that was not a video of a driver making a mistake. That was heads up driving for sure, as we'll take an onboard of what happened there. Woo! You get a little bit of contact, but it could have been a lot worse. Didn't really lose that much time on racetrack either. Looks like we got a battle starting to shape up for second, as Ethan Stanley has now caught to the back bumper of Tyler Fody. But we've seen Ethan Stanley get stuck behind a driver, Chad Frankfield earlier, and just not able to really find a way to get around him. Let's see if he's learned anything from it. He's got the fresher tires, only by a couple laps, but still, you prefer to have the newer tires rather than the older tires. Fody is starting to speed up too, trying to get it over that hill. The 92. He's just lucky he wasn't going to Grandma's house, because if he hooked it a little bit more, he was going to go through the woods at that point. But he still stays in third, but now he's got the 97 right behind him. Is he going to go in the grass? Oh, he's cutting it close. Oh, he is cutting it so close so far.
The number 9 truck is doing a really great job of holding off Tyler Fody. I'm not sure how much the damage that Fody has may be kind of playing a role.
Yeah, he got a little bit of damage from Chad Frankfield, but it could have been a lot worse. And again, this is a it's a road course, so maybe the arrow won't play too much in a factor. But yeah, number 9's doing just what he needs to. No mistakes, and just make it difficult. It's a very hard passing track, as it's so narrow. So he just needs to just make sure he doesn't make any mistakes and just kind of stay out front. He's definitely having, as we've seen so far, one of his best races of the season so far. So he is going to be catching up on the lap traffic, and that's when I think all this is going to start to play into who's able to get through traffic. We haven't really seen that too badly tonight. We saw a little bit of it in stage 1, and when we saw it, it was with Fody and the 97 having issue. We're getting in contact with a lap car, so who's to know what's going to happen? It's going to all come down to how they're able to get through lap traffic, as it only takes around 56 seconds to get around this racetrack, which is no time at all. They're already within 10 seconds of lapping some of these trucks from the back of the field, so we'll slowly start seeing that number dwindle down of the lead lap drivers. Right now we're at 29, so hopefully you guessed somewhere around there, but we still got 23 laps to go to start to cut that number down. Looks like Fody and the number 9 there are starting to put a gap on your two drivers that decided to take tires, as they're starting to now pull away from Ethan Stanley, who is probably now looking in his mirror at Alex van der Sant, who is now caught to the back of him. Great battling up here for the lead with Tyler Fody slowly catching on to the 9, but we got another battle back here with a 16. That's Tom Bourne in the 11th position. He's right behind Caleb
Clifton.
Yeah, Caleb Clifton. As it looks like Caleb Clifton has just gotten around the 16 actually for that position to find himself now in knocking on the top 10 there, right behind Scott Crump, who is in our 10th place position. A couple of those drivers trying to work their way back up from the front. That fell back is Vincent Isabella in 16. He finds Levi with a little bit of door damage right in front of him. So it looks like Vincent Isabella is going to try to see if he can work his way back up to the front there as he get a little sideways coming out of turn 6. Alex van der Sant starting to slowly catch up onto the 92. He's right there. It takes one little bobble. He's going to look onto the inside. He's going to try to stay with him in the S's. A good point of passing is trying to set up the driver coming out of the last turn, turn 7. See if he can get the run on the driver down the straightaway and make a pass down turn 1. We'll see if he's able to stay right under the bumper. They're going around turn 6, coming to 7 right now. So now Alex van der Sant's going to have a good run through here, not get sideways as the 92 goes a little out wide. He's going to have the speed. He's going to have the momentum, doing exactly what I said. Have the momentum going down the straightaway, going into turn 1. Is he going to be able to clear him? And he does. He's now going to be leading the drivers with fresh tires and now going to try to take the battle for second and third and catch up on that gapping that has been created from battling. As you see a driver off right now, there right in the S's. That's Sam Batwell once again going off in front of the leaders.
20 laps to go is their time.
Oh, there's plenty of time. 20 laps to go. Alex van der Sant is a road course specialist. And the reason why, what makes you a road course specialist is you can be able to drive aggressive and drive with a lot of speed and not destroy your tires at the same time. That's what makes Alex van der Sant so dangerous on these road courses. As Robert Hill, turn 7, goes off, and is he going to get back on safely? He does. You got to be careful. They're going around there so quickly. I think they're coming around that turn a little over about 120, 130 miles per hour.
Looks like Ethan Stanley is kind of falling back as the top 3 kind of take off from the rest of the field.
Yeah, we saw him sideways in every turn and burned off those rear tires. One tire being burned off right now is Fody going through the S's sideways. As you see now, Alex van der Sant is going to try to do another setup maneuver in turn 7 to make up that passing opportunity in turn 1 as Fody's going out wide in almost every turn he can, just trying to keep the truck underneath him, trying to keep it going, but oh, he's getting sideways, but he loses so much speed doing that. we're going to have to find out. They're going around turn 7, see if the 97's able to get the momentum coming out the turn. Doesn't look like he was able to just yet, but he's got to see in front of him. All the leaders there do. There's a ton of lap traffic right in front of them that they're about to catch. If you're going to try to make a clean maneuver, now's the time to do it. As you see the 03, one of those lap drivers, off trying to find an opportunity to get back on. That was the 03 of Michael Keene. He's off right there trying to get back on. He was your 27th place driver at the time.
And the 97 has pulled up to the back of the number 40 truck. And do we think he'll be able to make the pass?
He's either going to make the pass or make the bump. He is right there. He can smell it. He can probably tell what gear he's in just by looking through the back of the windshield. He is right there on the back of Fody as they come around turn 7. Is he going to be able to get the run? Again, it's such a tight turns. He's using up all the racetrack. Oh, and the pass! He saves it going down the straightaway. That's what you got to worry about. He was on the gas. He never lifted, staying on the back of Fody, but messes up his opportunity of passing, as now they find themselves having to try to work their way through the lap traffic. Looks like that's number 66 of Will Harrington, able to get past him cleanly, but they're already catching up to another driver there. That looks like Robert Hill Jr., who's had a couple offs. It looks like 97 getting a great exit out of the S's. He's going to be right on the back of them as they go through into turn 5. He's going to be looking underneath, unable to get it as they go over the hill. Fody sideways in the hill. So your leader's making the pass going into turn 6, and Fody in the 97 right behind. Lap car's going to mess up the exit of Alex Vandersant. Is able to keep it going, but now he's going to have to try to set up another opportunity. Fody's finding so many lucky breaks as Fody's going down pit road. Fody's going down pit road. He can't take it anymore. He's going down pit road. I don't know why. You can make it all the way to the end, I believe. Because he's going to get tires, I'm sure. He's sideways every turn. We'll find out here if he takes 4 tires. It looks like, yeah, he's taking tires so far, so we'll have to find out. He's got to hope for a caution because we've only got 16 laps left. There's no way he can make it back up to the front with fresh tires. I mean, even if that is faster, I don't see how that will work. But now Alex Vandersant's just happy he doesn't have a sideways Fody in front of him every lap as he's catching the back of the 9 quickly. He'll be on the back of him probably by the end of this lap here, as he's already only about 4/10 off the leader.
We see that they are again catching up to the lap traffic. I would only imagine that's going to make any sort of passing maneuver a little bit more difficult.
It's either going to make the passing more difficult or it's going to open up an opportunity, one or the other. Shane Ryan is going to have to be the first one to attempt to pass him. It may open up an opportunity for Alex Vandersant. They just got to be careful and be on tiptoes as they get into the back of these drivers, as some of these drivers back here have already had a few offs so far, so they just got to make sure they don't end up in an incident with them. As you see them they're having to check up quite a bit as they try to figure out a way, as Alex Vandersant is still staying right in front of the number 9. Is going to have a great run down the straightaway, but all that did was that got the 97 right to the back bumper of Shane Ryan there, as he is now within a truck length from the lead. Take an onboard shot as here we come through the S's. This is great. This is exactly what the driver should see. You're seeing an onboard shot of a driver that's very good at these road course races. So smooth on the steering wheel, making it look effortless as he gets a little bit of a correction coming out of the S's there. Sets it up. This is the hill. This is the fun part if you like jumps. Here we go. Over the hill we go. And they keep the throttle down as they come into turn 6 here. A very sharp steeping. It gets very tight at the end of this. Oh, right there with the wall coming. But here they come. Very important turn. Most important turn. Turn 7 coming down the front straightaway here. Oh, you see Alex Vandersant go a little bit off, getting the grass, trying to get as much as he can, as much speed as he can down this straightaway. And a hard braking into turn 1 as you get this very, very tight sweeping turn into turn 1 and turn 2 here. And then back into the S as you go. That is a lap around here. It is very hard to catch a breath because it is very hard to find any time where you're not turning the steering wheel or shifting gears, as it makes it even harder when you've got a very fast and aggressive Alex van der Sant right behind you, trying to make the pass on the 22. The Alex van der Sant made contact with the 22 there, and it's going to lose a lot of time. Gets into contact with the 22 once again with the lap car, trying to get around the 22. I believe that's the 22 of Dylan Jones, as he's made multiple attempts and multiple contact with the lap car, and that gives Shane Ryan about 3 or 4 seconds over Alex van der Sant, who was right on the back bumper with 12 laps to go. Dylan Jones goes into the grass to give him as much room, as he probably realized that the 97 was going to be pretty angry. If he was still there, he was probably going to be sent, as the 22 is still off trying to find a way back onto the track, as now Alex van der Sant is going to have a very difficult time trying to get back up to the lead, as he finds himself 3.1 seconds behind your leader, Shane Ryan.
Ethan Stanley dove off into pit lane.
As we get another driver going down pit lane, Ethan Stanley. He was back in, where was he before
I think he pitted from 4th. Yeah, he was right ahead of Timmy Holmes.
Well, that really opens up a question. Can these drivers make enough fuel? I would have believed they would have, but we're seeing so many drivers pitting right now with only 11 laps to go, as Alex van der Sant's wasting no time trying to catch back up onto the leaders. He's already cut off close to about 0.8 of a second on Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan will not have a chance to breathe. He needs to get going now to stay in front of the 97. But, yeah, a few drivers have ducked onto pit road, either from durability of the tires or from fuel reasons. But so far, it looks like we've still looks like another contact with Chad Frankfield. No? Just lost it in turn 1, where it looks like he's had a few incidents today.
He had made a lot of spots up, but that's going to give them all back.
Yeah, and that looks like the 97 to join him. Just make sure you didn't feel lonely. That was Tyler Dixon going to turn 1 sideways with him. Well, drivers, I didn't think it was possible to get down that low, but right now, so far, with 10 laps to go, there's 18 drivers on the lead lap. 18 drivers on the lead lap. And there's probably close to about 4 or 5 within about 10 seconds of the leader with 10 laps to go. So the number is rapidly going down of lead lap drivers in this race so far. Well, Erica, what do you think Shane Ryan is seeing in his mirror? What does he think he has to do, as he's got a bunch of lap traffic right in front of him and a very quick Alex van der Sant catching him? What does Shane Ryan have to do here late in this race to win it?
I honestly don't know. It seems that whatever he's doing so far is working. I don't know if he's looking in his rearview mirror or just trying to focus on getting by the lap traffic in front of him, but definitely impressed with the way that he's been able to hold off the cars with the trucks rather with the fresher tires.
Yeah, he's definitely been going to work today. Definitely showing his prowess of his road course specialty as he gets around Sam Batwell. Will have a little bit of clear track in front of him, just enough for him to hopefully try to gap enough of distance from Alex van der Sant, who now finds himself back there with a lot of lap traffic. Alex van der Sant, who's been having a lot worse luck with lap traffic than your leader, Shane Ryan, finds himself with only 1 lap traffic left in front of him, but looks like a driver with fresh tires right behind him, not making it easy. That's Ethan Stanley, one of those drivers that pitted too early, is going to try to find himself way past, as we might be going 3 wide into turn 1. No, it looks like 92 backed off, didn't want to push the issue too much, as sideways in 1 and 2 gives room for the 92 to get back around him. That wasn't for a pass for position. That was the 92 trying to get back around to get back onto the lead lap, as he finds himself now back in 17th position. Alex van der Sant, he was catching quickly, has not catched as quickly once they got into lap traffic. He found himself now only 2.1 seconds behind the leader, gaining still steadily, but not nearly as quickly as he was as we come to 8 laps to go there. Justin Munsell, Timmy Holmes is in third place, having a battle right now with the 98, Justin Munsell, having a great battle as Munsell going to try to find the momentum down the front straightaway to be able to pass him. Both those are our top contenders in a rookie category, both running both well in the rookie and the points, as they're having a heck of a battle here late in the run, trying to get the last podium position. We say the last podium position, we don't even know how the leader's going to fare, as we've seen so much contact from the leaders trying to get around lap traffic. So 98 trying to get that beautiful truck back in front of the leader there and gain another position to try to see if he can gain as much as he can in the final run of this regular season point standings. Alex Van der Sant losing a little bit of time with lap traffic once again. Lap traffic almost a stop in turns 6 and 7 in front of him. Lost even more momentum from that as he is just having lap traffic troubles trying to catch back up to the leader as he finds himself now 2.6 seconds off the lead. He's lost another 0.4 of a second from your leader. Shane Ryan sideways every turn. He's giving everything he got. Right now he's got the 92 with fresh tires right behind him. One of those fast trucks that took tires, now trying to get his lap back as they about to come to turn 5 to go over the hill. And every lap this is going to make it more and more difficult for the leader as he's got the oldest tires in the field right now. As he's still doing a fantastic job keeping the truck underneath him, but sideways every turn as they come around to have 5 laps to go in the end of this race. He's going to have the lap truck of the 92 of Ethan Stanley pass him on the inside going into turn 1. It's going to duck in behind him as Alex Van der Sant now clips away another 0.4 off the leader. And you can see in his mirror, Alex Van der Sant is coming. He is coming quick. At this rate, he might be right on the back bumper on the last lap, as long as they don't get into more lap traffic. And for Alex Van der Sant's sake, he really hopes not. Looks like a incident there with the 44. Oh, big contact. Big contact. That looks like it blew the engine of who was that? Was that the 47 of Sam Batwell that got into the side of him?
To hit him.
Oh, Sam Batwell getting to the door of Michael Goodman and pops his engine right there. Michael Goodman gets in the grass and spins right into the narrow way of the S's there. Well, Shane Ryan trying to pass more lap trucks as they get past Hill. But I tell you what, Erica, he's coming. He's now taken off about 0.8 of a second that lap on Shane Ryan. He is catching him very quickly. He's in his eyesights now. I don't know. Do you think we're going to have a situation we saw in Cup, like with Ross Chastain? Do you think the bumper is in effect here?
I'm not sure. I think, surprisingly, we've seen very little intentional bumping in this race. But that may be about to change as we come to the final 4 laps.
Well, here we come to 3 laps to go. Alex Van der Sant now finds himself only 1.5 seconds behind Shane Ryan. He has to gain half a second a lap to be able to get him. Again, all he needs is a bumper, and then he can make some kind of move potentially. But we still got more lap traffic in front of the leader. It is not ending. He still has lap traffic in front of him. Lap traffic has been an issue. Chad Frankenfield hits the tire barrier hard and Control deletes his car off the track there as he destroyed that barrier. He was running in 9th position when that happened. That's another lead lap driver out of the race, knocking off more lead lap drivers before the end of this race to find out who's going to win. Again, it's getting narrowed up more and more. Well, we don't want to tell you who's on the lead lap just yet. I want to be in anticipation because it is getting dwindled down closer and closer so far. Alex Van der Sant, you're taking an onboard shot as here they come to 2 to go. He is giving it all he's got. to be able to get onto the back of the 9 car as they come across the line to 2 to go. Wasn't enough. He only took off 3/10 off that time. He's going to have to do more than that. Shane Ryan sideways. Oh no, sideways all the way through the S's. He lost a lot of time there doing that sideways through 1 and 2. Now through the S's here, as he's got lap traffic in front of him, slowly catching onto the back. I believe that's well, Ethan Stanley's in front of him with new tires, but he's actually catching him back up again. But another driver there is looks like the 6 of Zach Evans. As here we come. He's going to come around turn 7. He's going to have Alex Vandersant behind him as here they come to the last lap.
Oh, Vandersant's
The
off.
97.
97 went off there a little bit. He's going to lose time to him. That's exactly what Shane Ryan needed. Shane Ryan. Yeah, on the last lap, Shane Ryan, all he has to do now is just make sure he doesn't get into any of this craziness in front of him, as he finds 3 lap cars right in front of him at the end of this race. So far, he's able to do it coming around turn 6. He's just got to feather it. He doesn't need to pass any of these drivers. He just needs to be able to stay behind them all. He's going to come around turn 7. He's going to be able to do it on the old tires. He's going to be able to hold off all of those other drivers, and he's going to win it here at the Lime Rock race. He is your first-time winner in the road course for the first time this season that we've had, and he's going to go and punch his number in and be a winner in the Dixon Smoke Truck Series. Great win for Shane Ryan there in the number 9, able to hold off Alex Vandersant in the late run. He's worked his way through all the lap traffic, survived all the carnage, made some kind of pit strategy there to find his way up to the front, and held off one of your champions, Safodi, and able to get it done on a short track road course here. And for the first time tonight, he's able to take a breath. And if you were wondering, we had 14 drivers finish on the lead lap. That was a lot less than I was thinking it was going to be. Only 14 drivers. Unfortunately, the closest one was only who voted 11th. Unfortunately, no one was able to vote for the correct answer, but that's not a problem. We still have so many more truck races, so many more questions. We will have this once again next week, where Erica will give us another question, and for all of you to be able to have a chance to win the Grubhub challenge there, as you see Shane Ryan burn it down on the front stretch. Oh, 13 drivers. Looks like one other driver went down one more lap. 13 drivers finished on the lead lap. Still, the closest was 11. So no one guessed 13. Unlucky number 13, but I would have been lucky for somebody if they would have guessed it. But great run for Ryan there. Let's go ahead and see if we can pop up our results and give it to Erica to give us a rundown.
Right, so coming off in the first place, we have Sean Ryan, followed by Alex Vandesant in the second position, Timmy Holmes third, Justin Munsell fourth. In fifth, we have Ethan Birrell, Tyler Fody in sixth, Caleb Clifton seventh. In eighth, Scott Crump, Michael Hossack ninth, Cole Mickret 10th, Daniel Martinez 11th, Levi Zielinski 12th. Ray Bracey in 13th, Ethan Stanley 14th. In 15th, we have Zach Evans, Harrison Talon in 16th, Dustin Dewar 17th, 18th, Tom Bourne, Alec Balvans in 19th, Brent Jones 20th. And 21st, we have Michael Goodman, Dylan Jones 22nd, 23rd, Vincent Isabella, 24th, Tyler Dixon, Robert Hill Jr. in 25th, Chad Frankenfield 26th, Michael Klein 27th, Cody Harrington, 28th, Sam Bootwell, 29th, and Trey Holmes in 30th. 31st is Casey Hatch, James Saul in 32nd, Josh Freed, 33rd, Chad Thornquist, 34th, and Fred Anderson in 35th.
Well, that was your rundown for this exciting and fun truck race that we had here tonight. Let's see if we can get some of these drivers and give it over to Erica to interview a couple of them. We're going to bring up our third place driver, Timmy Holmes. Alrighty, Timmy Holmes. Here's Erica, and she's going to give you a couple questions here for tonight.
Good evening and congratulations on the third place finish. We didn't see too much from you at the beginning of the race. How did you manage to make it through the field and secure this third place finish?
A lot of people pitted early, or a couple did, try to get track position. I just stayed out for the stage points, and there was a couple times a couple people got together. I just kept the nose clean and tried to save the rears and just kept digging.
Yeah, we
All
saw
right.
that. Yeah, we saw that you had a little bit of damage there, but overall it was a pretty clean race, and from a race where people were sliding off into the track. But one of the biggest things that we saw people having problems with was lap traffic. How difficult was lap traffic on a very fast short track like this, where you catch them so quickly?
Yeah, with the corners like this, where you're keeping up a lot of momentum and it's easy to burn off the rear tires, you can't really mat the gas to go under somebody, so you gotta like be real easy with it and just try to catch them at the right time. To catch them in the middle of the corner is not really you can do. So really it was just being patient so you don't run into them or anything. I feel like that was the biggest part.
Well, you're leading the points by quite a bit, and this is just going to help secure that even more as we get to only having three more races before the end of this regular season. Uh, what else do you think? Do you want more wins? What else are you going to try to do? Just try to pad it up, or is it now there's nothing for you to have to worry about with the points leader? Are you still until the very final race and until the checker flag waves at the final race? Is it all about just trying to get these solid finishes to finish first in the regular season here?
Um, at this point, I think I'm gonna try to win some more races, which I show up every week trying to. But really, a road course is not my cup of tea, so to finish third here was definitely a big thing.
Absolutely, we've seen you show up to some short tracks and really put it to them. But road courses here was a big surprise, showing your road course prowess and coming home third and being able to stay within reach of those drivers there to see what would happen at the end. So very good finish of third place for you as we get closer to the end of this regular season. We still got one more short track where you can show your short track mastery at, and that will be at I believe that's Lucas Oil. Lucas Oil is where our next short track. Is that another one you got circled on that you can't wait to get to?
Yes, sir. That's one I look forward to. Had some good speed there, so definitely looking forward to that one.
Excellent. We'll give it over to you to give your shout outs for tonight's race and to all those that make it possible for you.
Yeah, my buddy Jackson Crowder for coming in here and spotting and helping me, and y'all for the broadcast and all the league sponsors.
Well, that's Timmy Holmes. I'm sure we're not going to be done talking about him. Sure, probably not going to have him back in here. He'll be in here quite a few times probably before the end of the season as he runs out another good podium finish here tonight. So congratulations to Timothy Holmes and the third place.
Thank you.
That was your third place driver. Let's see if we can get Alex Vandersand up here. Give it back over to Erica here.
Thank you for joining us. It seemed that you were in contention for the lead most of the race. You had a lot of speed. What do you think was the single most difficult factor that kind of was a continued challenge to you throughout the race?
Yeah, I think the traffic management was pretty tough. We had the first two stages, it wasn't too bad. We would catch up a couple people right at the end, but that last stage, it was just a constant stream of lapped cars, and most of them were all right. I mean, you probably saw I had that issue with one that kind of took me out of contention, but it was tough because you wanted to stay keep up as much momentum as you could, but you also had to keep in mind the tires, especially the rear tires. And by the end, I had an advantage on the other guys, but I just couldn't get through the traffic as well as they could, and in the end, that's what cost me. But it was a lot of fun otherwise.
Yeah,
Well, again, very strong showing for this race. You definitely challenged many of the other drivers. Is there anyone that you'd like to acknowledge or thank?
Yeah, big shout out to my usual sponsors, Happy Trails Chili Company, Race First Broadcasting, and all the guys at Do Good Motorsports. Yeah, Michael Goodman and Dustin Dura put in a hell of an effort today. So yeah, I think we learned a lot as a team today.
Well, you've only raced a few times this season, off and on, just trying to go out for trophy hunting. You got a couple more races that you're planning on showing up to, as we know your road course prowess, but I'm sure there's a few other races that you have circled on that you might want to show up for.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely be at Charlotte, and then IRP as well, and then probably Martinsville. I need to look ahead at the schedule. I have a conflict sometimes, so it's hit or miss whether I'm able to make it on Sunday nights. But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun series to just hop in and do laps and get more experience in the truck.
Well, congratulations on second place. Congratulations on making it so exciting and getting at least one stage and definitely being in the battle there. Looked like lap cars definitely played a factor in tonight's race, but overall, it was fun to watch you race your way up there, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you again at a couple of these other circle tracks. Looking forward.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks.
Congratulations. That was Alex Van der Sand, our second place driver. And then let's see if we can get in our race winner of Shane Ryan. Give it over to Erica here as she interviews our race winner for tonight.
Oh, congratulations on the win this evening. I am curious to know, we didn't really see too much in the first few stages, and then you start out very, very strong in the final stage and were able to hold off the rest of the field. So, kind of run us through how you made that decision to stay out.
So, the first few stages, like you said, I was hanging in the back, and I noticed Alex goes and undercuts the stage one, and with how hard it is to pass here, it's very difficult to make up those extra positions, even with the slightly fresher tires. So for stage two, I made the call to come in before they closed the pits. I think I pitted from like fourth, and came out, was the first car to come out of the pits for the second stage. So then, when everyone else goes in for their stage stop, I stay out and start on front row for the final stage. And, after that is just kind of managing tires and not giving up too much ground.
And was there any point that you were getting nervous? It seemed like you were making your way through the lap traffic with relative ease.
Oh God, yeah. No, Alex was coming. I mean, he had the tire, he had the skill. Hats off to that guy, dude. Man can wheel the car. I was just very fortunate that the lap traffic worked with me fairly well. It didn't really have too many problems with them. There were some times where I wish passes were handed to me sooner, but there was never really a point where I felt like I was being held up. They all did a fantastic job of working with me, and we made it through.
Well, again, a great strategy and I think a well-deserved win. Anyone you'd like to thank this evening?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Corey Abbott for putting the team together with me and the rest of the guys, Caleb Clifton and Cole Mykrit. He's kind of the impetus for us racing in this series, and I'd also like to thank Downshift Esports for sponsoring my truck this season, and hats off to those guys that do a great business over there.
Well, thank you again for joining us and congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, that was Shane Ryan, our winner for tonight. He punches his way in and gets a victory over some very tough competition there. So that's your finishing order. That was your top three. And I don't know about you, Eric. I had fun, and I hope we can get some more people in to join us for the challenges. I think you've already got a couple other questions lined up for those dash for, or what is it called again? I forget what we named it.
Dine and Dash, I believe.
Yeah, the Dine and Dash challenge. Thank you. Got some more questions for those Dine and Dash challenges. So you got a couple of those ready, don't you?
Well, we'll have to polish them off, but I think we have a few ideas.
There you go. We're excited to bring this into a daily or a weekly fixture with the Truck Series here as we try to get more of the fans involved into the series and give them a chance to maybe be able to purchase a dinner after a race and get themselves something to eat after watching an exciting race like they did tonight here. I can't wait for it. Next week is going to be, I believe, at Charlotte. I think. Let me see. Look at the schedule here. Yep, at Charlotte, April 10th will be the next truck race. So just 1 week away from now. I hope everyone can be able to tune in. Charlotte is a lot of these drivers' favorite tracks. It's a good 1.5 mile track. A lot of passing opportunities. I can't wait to see how these trucks perform there. As every race, it seems like a new challenge, a new face up front, and a lot of hard racing, just like we saw tonight. So I hope everyone can be able to tune in with us again.
Hey, Gerald, I had one thing.
Yes,
One thing, since
David.
it was the first time for him to be in the booth with us, I did drop in real quick after he got out. His name is Sean, not Shane. So in case we see him come back next time, he's Sean Ryan.
Well, it only took race number 7.
Well, I told him it was the first time we talked to him, so I just wanted to make sure we had that for next time. So,
well, he's gonna.
He was very nice about it.
It might be easier for him to change the name than me, I think, at this point, because we've put 7 races in. But
I'll
Sean
work
Ryan,
on that with his agent, see if we can get that changed.
Yeah, thank you, David. There, David's always a hard worker. Sean Ryan there wins the race here tonight, so congratulations to him. Tune in next time at 9 o'clock at night there for next week. We hope for you all to show up and participate again in the Dine and Dash Challenge. Thank you, David. Thank you, Erica, for joining me once again, and definitely enjoy having being able to be a part of these Truck Series races. Have a wonderful night, and hopefully you guys show up again, and we get to enjoy it all once all together for next week.